What's going on, everybody? In the midst of the fire today, Microsoft on those earnings pretty much held up. It's one of the only few stocks that was on my watch list that actually held up today. Just a couple of those stocks that finished green on the day was Microsoft, PayPal, Facebook. Predominantly, I'm going to be trading the mega cap stocks. Stocks like Apple was down today. Obviously, we know they completely blew out earnings. They're trading at 167.23 in the after hour session. DraftKings, the triple Qs, AMD, Nvidia, Tesla, so forth and so forth, all pretty much finished red on the day. With that being said, I do have some levels here that we can kind of monitor going into tomorrow's session, kind of see, what we should be looking for on Microsoft. If we kind of just zoom out to the bigger picture here, just at least for this week, right? Um, really going to midweek here, just back to Thursday, obviously, or to Wednesday, we got to take those earnings into account. The last 2 days, we've been in a little bit of a range. The bottom of the range being 292 and the top of the range here being 307. This is a huge range. So right now, the volatility is sky high. With that being said, we have to kind of know the levels that we're playing, the zones that we're playing. So there's a few levels and ideas that I can give for Microsoft for potential day trades tomorrow. Okay. So what I have marked out here is 307.27. This is today's highs. Today is obviously January the 27th. We do have today's lows at 298. We're in this range, 298 to 307. This is a wide body range here. A lot of volatility up and down. If you talk about the move that we made from high to low today, you're talking about a 9-point move on Microsoft. That's an average true range that is way higher than normal in a normal market. So can you potentially make money shorting? Can you potentially make money bouncing the stock going long intraday? Of course. Right now, I don't think is a time where you're going to want to put on positions and just hold. I can't tell you that the market is going lower, okay? And I can't tell you that the market's going higher. We could essentially be trading in this type of environment for a month. It could last a week. It could last 12 months until we break completely bear market. Right now, the triple Qs seems like they're heading towards that bear market territory of a greater of 20% correction. Right now, currently, we're down 18% from highs. That can completely change in a matter of a day, a week, a month. But until we either break bear or until we start reclaiming, the 200-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, it's really hard to say that the stocks are going to go higher. So if anyone out there is telling you that this is the bottom that you guys should be buying, I would be a little bit, wary of listening to those people just because nobody right now can really predict the market. What we can do is kind of look at the technicals and see, some of these supply and demand zones where, you could potentially make some money intraday day trading these stocks. I think that right now, staying cash heavy and kind of just picking your spots intraday, making a little bit of money and kind of walking away from the trading screens is probably going to be your best bet. With that being said, we have tested 307 multiple times in the past 2 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times we've tested this area. So if Microsoft does break that 307, we do potentially have room for a trade into 311. The smaller zone is 303 to 307. So you can see here in the after hour session, we've come up to 303.64 a couple of times. Obviously, volume is going to be extremely low here in after hour session. So let's say we get into pre-market and we're still trading below 303. We can look for a quick pop from 303 into 307, 306, kind of take our profits there, call it a day. That's your trade. That's more than 2-3 point move. That's plenty good enough. Or if we do start to break down below 298, we know that we potentially have room down here to 292. Yeah, we'll probably get a little bit of a bounce area right around this 295, 296, which is going to be today's pre-market lows. I guess I can mark this level out too, just so we kind of have an extra area of support here that we could potentially be looking at. So a little bit of a zone here. What I'm looking for a strong break to the upside over 303 into this 307 for a potential long, or I'm looking for a flush through 298 into 295 and in here to this 293 zone. Those are the two areas. I think that you just need to sit on your hands and be patient. I understand you want to buy stocks when they're green, but you got to understand we got a lot of resistance in this area. So you don't want to be buying stocks just because the market opens up green here. Like for example, I need to break this down a little bit more. Let's say in the pre-market session, we're trading at, let's say, 305. Okay. I'm not going to buy this long because I know that I potentially have resistance at 307. What I want to see is a break of 307 off the bell. And then I do want to see some sort of pullback where this 307 starts to hold. If this area holds and we consolidate sideways, we can then potentially take a long position with a price target in mind of 310, 311. Okay. Now, if we're trading up here in the pre-market and off the bell, we start to bump our heads and roll over. If we lose 303, we can play 303 short down into 298. And I would cover your position here. These are the type of moves that we're going to have to play in these kind of environments. This is not an environment where, hey, we're over pre-market highs. We've cleared 303 to start the day. Let's just swing this into next week. Anything can happen. They can pull the market and we can go from 307 to 298 in a heartbeat. You don't want to also be shorting the market below 298, swinging that over the weekend, because we can be back up at 303, 305, 306 come next week. So right now, I would stay cash heavy. I would just look for those small intraday moves, kind of mark those levels out on your charts. If you guys want to mark the levels I have, 307.23, 311, 303, 298, 295, 292. And these are the zones that we want to play in. The big zone that I want to play is the 303 to 307 and 307 to 311. And then I want to play short from 298 and a wash through 292, 293. Those are the only two plays. If we're trading between 298 and 303, there's no trade here for me. This is just sideways action that's doing nothing. You're going to get yourself chopped up. Wait for one of these zones to break, and I think you'll be better off, whether that be to the top side or to the bottom. Everything in between, I would just stay away. Just stay away from this middle zone. We need to break and hold, or we need to flush, backtest, and flush. I hope that video helps. Guys, if you want, please join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. Also, if you guys are looking for a trading strategy, you guys want to know how to trade a bear market, check out my website, evolutiontraders.com. If you guys want to know how to trade a choppy environment, check out my website, evolutiontraders.com. If you guys want to know how to play a bear market, check out my website, evolutiontraders.com. Join my Discord. Give me a thumbs up on this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about Microsoft, and I will see you guys all on the next video.